Hi, sixth grade. Welcome to my art studio. I'm going to show you around a little bit and kind of show you where I make my art and things that I'm interested in and ways that you could make your own art space at home. Let me flip the camera around so I can show you around. All right. So anyway, I use my art studio for a number of things. I use it to organize my supplies and also keep some technical stuff like my filing cabinet and my books for school. So this is pretty much everything that I'm interested in, and as I walk around, I have different art and things that inspire me surrounding myself in my art studio. Here's my drawing desk where I do most of my painting, and a little setup back to the right of me. We had to get a little bit creative and create an overhead camera. My husband helped me create this overhead camera, kind of like how I have in the classroom, but I couldn't go and get that. So this is where I'm going to be doing the first unit, which is going to be animal drawing. And here's my adorable picture of a little kitty that I found online that I'm going to be walking you step by step with drawing that. And you'll get to pick your own animal in this lesson. That'll be something that we work on for a couple weeks together if you want to follow along with me online. We also have a bunch of music because I'm old-fashioned and I still have CDs and a CD player, but I love to put music on to inspire myself during my work sessions. And then a couple more logistical things where I have some of my school stuff, but I try to be very super organized and label everything as well. It'll help me find my art supplies quickly when I'm in the middle of art making. So this is kind of the space that I'm going to be working in as I make videos for you coming up in the future. I would love to know, though, what your art space looks like. And where do you go to create your art? Do you work primarily in your room? I know I shared a room with my sister all growing up years, so I felt like I never really had privacy to make my own art. So I did set up a little space in my basement when I was a kid and loved that place, would blast my music and work on my art down there. Most of my family left me alone down there. So do you have a space where you go? Also, a lot of artists like to go outside, or they have unconventional spaces to make their art, like a houseboat or some sort of wacky space like that too. Hopefully you have somewhere where you can go, but the harsh reality is sometimes a house is very crowded and then you just have to work on your art in front of everyone, or at the kitchen table, a little tiny spot somewhere in your dining room or something like that. So yeah, if you want to share, we'll start a little discussion board about where you make your art. If you'd like to participate in that, you can. One other thing, really important to take breaks for your brain during all of this. Really helps you think about thoughts and emotions that are coming up with all of this. So, in addition to practicing what you need to for your core subjects like math and reading and social studies and science, a really good thing to do is to do art and music and things that come up. You can think about things a little more closely, or even get your mind off of it by distracting yourself with creative things like that. I'm in an art competition with my friend right now, and she does random word generator. And a lot of people in my resource were really into random art generators. But we use random word generator, and my friend assigns a group of 23 friends, a random word each week, and then we have to create a creation based on that. So it could be a video, it could be a song, it could be a poem, it could be a painting, a drawing, anything like that. So it's a group of really creative people, and we've just started it, week 1 so far. I wanted to show you what I made. I made a little sculpture. My word that I got was, let me see if I can get a good background on this. My word was predict. So I used Sculpey clay, which is air dry or oven dry clay that I found. It was very old in my art stuff. and built the whole bottom part of this and then baked it in my oven. Just so you know, it's not solid. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. I don't know if you can see that, but there is also foil inside of here. So I made a foil form first, and then that way it won't be too heavy or too thick, because remember we talked about how thick something should be with clay. Sculpey doesn't dry all the way inside if you bake it and it's a little bit too thick. So if this head was solid when I made it, it probably would still be kind of soft in the middle, which wouldn't keep its shape very well. So there's actually tinfoil inside the head of this thing. So I sculpted the Sculpey all around the outside, and Sculpey is white at first when you first work on it. And then I left a little hole on top because, believe it or not, this thing on top is a necklace pendant, a big, huge glass necklace pendant that would, like, you know, go upside down on a necklace like this. So I just took it off of the necklace and made a little hole in the top of his head to kind of be able to shove this in and glue it in once. Actually, it's not glued in. You can take it out and use it as a necklace if you still wanted to. But I've inserted that after it was baked in the oven and after I painted it. So the paint is acrylic paint, and I just tried to blend the colors as best I could. I wanted my word predict to show someone having like a really great idea, like using what's inside of them and the idea coming up into something really useful in the top. So I created made a value scale painting of the painting on here. And then the glossiness actually comes from a spray gloss varnish. And there's a little bit of decoration down here with paint marker, because I wanted to repeat the same pattern that's on the top on the bottom, so the two pieces kind of look like they belong together. So the top of this, the pendant, is actually made out of glass and metal. So it's a kind of neat combination of things. And in our art competition, it's not really a competition, it's just something fun to do. My friend puts all of these together in an email and then also sends it out to everyone so they can see what each other made. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only person that made a sculpture, so I'll let you know what other people come up with. All right, well, thanks for coming to my studio and listening to my long talk. I will continue to make some videos for you guys over the next few weeks, or however long we're gone, using my handy dandy mounted video camera system here. And I'll be seeing you shortly. Okay, take care.